you haven't started your holiday cards yet, September's almost over and now is definitely the time to get a jump on Christmas. And Spellbinders this month has a card kit of the month, small die, and glimmer kit of the month, perfect for that. So let's jump right in and take a look at Spellbinders card kit of the month, which is called Oh What Fun. This is the card kit of the month, Spellbinders October card kit, which is Oh What Fun. And first up, I like to take a look at the supply list, which also does double duty as the instructions for the dies. So you get all those little dies included in the kit, and with those dies you can create a cute little Christmas tree that you can see pictured there, or a cute little Santa Claus, and there's also the Noel sentiment as well. There are 10 A2 cards and 10 envelopes that fit those cards. There's also some adhesive. You get a tape roll and you get some pop dots. There's a 6x6 pattern paper pad, all with really fun holiday and Christmas themed different patterns and colors. And you can see that this kit also has the brights, the pinks and the turquoises and things like that. This is the chipboard stickers. How cute are those little gingerbread guys? And there's a set of stamps as well with sentiments and a few gingerbread images. These are the puffy stickers, and again they come in those bright colors. There's also red and green involved in that as well. These are the self-adhesive chipboard frames. You can see there are several different shapes, rectangles, squares, and ovals, and they come in several different sizes as well. There's a bag of sequins, and there's an entire pack of die cuts that have both images and some sentiments, some larger cards and things like that included as well. Love that they always add some gold foiling to some of the die cuts, because that is just really easy to get a great accent out of. There are several pieces of cardstock, a light blue, a medium blue, a green, a red. You also get this month a pink, a darker pink, as well as black, white, and gold mirror cardstock. Now let's use the card kit to make some cards. You know, I always like to use the dies first. Those are kind of the big ticket items in the kit. So I'm going to cut some of the cardstock down and mat it on some pattern paper. The pattern paper is A2, and I've cut the cardstock, an A2 piece of cardstock, in half, just so that I would have two different sheets and I could make two different cards. So I've cut the dies for the Christmas tree. The Christmas tree I've cut out of green, and the star I cut out of the gold mirror cardstock. I also cut the sentiment, the Noel, out of some gold mirror cardstock, and I'm going to decorate the tree with those little swirls that you can die cut. There's 3 different lengths of swirls that you can use either together across the top to decorate your card, or you can use on the tree in 3 different lengths of the tree. I'm going to put some dots of Ultra Bond liquid adhesive right on the tree itself, because as you can see on the red cardstock there are a little die that cuts out several little circles. I think it's 9 little circles. So I'm going to use those as decorations for the tree itself. And then I hadn't adhered down the Noel yet, but it was easy to do with that liquid glue. In the pen form, it comes out just enough to put behind there. Just such a simple card, but I love those dies. I think they're super sweet. Okay, for the small die of the month, which I'm going to show you later, it's a bunch of very fine, elegant sentiments. So I'm going to use a piece of Therm O Web's iCraft Easy-Cut Adhesive. I'm going to peel off one side of the protective sheet. I'm going to lay the gold mirror cardstock down on that and cut off the excess. Then I'm going to place the dies with the cutting side down on the gold mirror, and that is going to cut out the dies with some sticker on the back. So when you peel off the gold mirror sentiments, it's going to have the iCraft adhered to the back. So you can see these are very delicate. It's really nice not to have to add the liquid adhesive if you don't have to. Here's the little Santa. There's a face which I backed with black cardstock for the eyes. There's a beard and a mustache. You can see exactly where you're supposed to put the nose on the mustache. They make it really easy for you. And then there's a little smile that you can include on the beard underneath the mustache and nose. So that's how all those pieces go together. The hat has a little brim and a pom-pom as well. For this card, I am going to peel off that back protective layer on one of the chipboard frames, and I'm going to lay it down on a piece of pattern paper. This is a really easy way to fill that frame with a cute pattern, and I'm using a gold plaid that's going to go with the gold dots on the outside of the frame. And then I just cut around the outside, and that's an easy way to back that. I had a piece of cardstock with something die cut out of the center, so I just cut down a piece of pattern paper to 4 by 5 1/4 to mat that on top, and then add some chipboard stickers to add the sentiment and to add an image inside the frame. Those chipboard stickers are my absolute favorite because they really make a card come together super quickly and easily. They're so cute, and they have that little bit of dimension from the chipboard, and they're self-adhesive. It's kind of just so easy to pull a card together with a bunch of those little elements, and everything in the kit obviously matches and coordinates so well together with all the colors. I created another card similar to that with some die cuts. So this time I used the puffy stickers for the jolly on top and some die cuts for the gingerbread and the snowman. Again, I'm going to take another chipboard frame. I love using these as kind of a focal point on the card. It's a way to kind of capture your sentiment or your images in the center of the card and have the eye drawn to them really easily. So I have a couple of pieces of pattern paper layered on top of some cardstock, and then the frame layered on some white cardstock. And then I'm going to use one of the die cuts. It's a candle. I've put some regular tape runner on the bottom and then some foam tape on the candle itself, because that will then make it as high as the frame so that everything gets adhered down and doesn't get flattened. And that little chipboard Merry Christmas for the sentiment, again, just super easy to use these. Did want to show you the stamp set. I love how their thin sentiments really stamp beautifully from the stamp set. I'm going to combine them with both chipboard and die cuts this time. There's so many die cuts to choose from. Even just in the regular monthly kit, they just are kind of endless. You get 2 of each design, and it really just, you can create tons of cards with them. There's also some stickers and die cut add-ons available for the Oh What Fun collection this month. So I did want to show you the stickers here, and they're super cute designs as well as the same bright colors. And here's the additional die cut pack that is available. There's die cuts, images, and then there's also a die cut sentiment pack. So I will have everything linked down below. These add-ons can be purchased individually or separately, or you can grab them with the kit if you want to add on more or to make more cards with your kit. So I did just want to share making a card just with the add-ons here. So I have a large die cut that says, "May your holidays be filled with sweet surprises." I'm going to add some small stickers and other die cuts to it. And really so easy to pull together a quick card. If you have lots to make, this is a great way to make them. Next, let me show you Spellbinders Die of the Month and make a card with it. I mentioned before that the small die of the month is mainly a sentiment die set. You can see all those fine detailed sentiments. There are also shadow dies to cut those out as well. And there are some poinsettia flowers, some leaves and stems as well. So I am going to mat some white cardstock on the gold mirror cardstock. Then I'm going to take a golden white frame and I'm going to use the sentiment that says joyous wishes on it that I've cut out with the iCraft Easy-Cut adhesive behind it. Then I'm going to peel off the back protective layer on the chipboard frame, decide whether you want it vertical or horizontal. I decided to go with horizontal. The flowers, you need to cut 2 for each flower that you want. They layer on top of each other, just slightly off center them, and those petals will line up perfectly. I decided to use some sequins for the center of the flowers from the card kit. And then I cut out the smaller flowers out of gold mirror cardstock and added flower centers in red. And I'm going to place those on the stem. Now you could cut those out of white. I think that's probably more traditional, but I really liked the hint of gold here, especially because we're doing gold on the sentiment and on the matte in the background. So adhering these down is a breeze, especially on this frame. I just put the flower down with some adhesive, liquid adhesive in the center, and then tucked the leaf with just a little more liquid adhesive behind it till I got it where I want it. For the stem, I just put it on the stem, and now I'm going to cover up most of the stem anyway with some more poinsettias. So just some really small, simple dies can easily create a little cluster that's perfect for accenting either the chipboard frame or some other die cuts, or even just on their own on some cardstock. So you'll see in the picture there, I added some sequins in the middle of that frame as well, but you could leave it open too. This month, I'm also working with the Glimmer Kit of the month. So let me share that and make a card. So I have my glimmer machine out, and here's the main image from the Glimmer Kit this month. It's this beautiful arrangement of pine and poinsettia. I've foiled it in gold foil, and I'm using cardstock from the card kit. If you ever struggle with getting foiling on colorful cardstock, I highly recommend trying out the Spellbinders cardstock. It's the perfect weight as well as super smooth. So you can see I messed up some foiling there. It happens, you know, it's fine. So I'm going to use that piece of cardstock as a mat, and I've cut down a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of the gold mirror cardstock as my panel. I'm going to pop up the foiled image that I did die cut. So it comes with the glimmer foil plate, and then it comes with a die that cuts it out, and I love that. Same with the sentiments, and this one says Merry Christmas, so it came with a little foiling Merry Christmas and then the dies to cut that out. And I'm going to add some of those sequins. Realized I hadn't used them enough. They're really pretty, kind of like an ivory or a cream with some iridescence on them. So just a great sequin to add to a bunch of these cards for some shine and a little bit of dimension as well. So really easy to add a beautiful bouquet to a card. Don't forget, I have an entire playlist dedicated to getting a jump on Christmas, and I'm going to link to that over here. Spellbinders has even more holiday supplies coming out soon, so be sure to subscribe to my channel so you can be notified as soon as my new videos are available. As always, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and spending time with me today. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you again soon. Don't forget, is this even straight? It's a little late. Too much.